The use of interactive video games can become a heated debate among different groups of people because it seems that everybody has an opinion of their use and how they affect children. Some educators have found that the use of interactive video games allows them to reach more students than they can with traditional teaching methods. In this presentation, I am going to show you that with the use of interactive video games, that students who have been labeled at risk in school have a valid chance of success and increase their critical thinking skills. Elizabeth Simpson, a professor of education at the University of Wyoming, serves on local and national committees that focus on teacher education and students at risk. In an article titled "What Teachers Need to Know About the Video Game Generation," she wrote of a study released in 2005 which showed that in the previous 10 years there had been a 300% increase in the number of students having certain learning disabilities. She indicated that perhaps a reason that there are so many students having learning disabilities is because the teachers and the school system itself may not be adequately prepared to assess the needs of a new generation of learner in the classroom. She said that these students have been given such labels as lazy and apathetic or simply bored with the way that they're being taught in school. She believes that if interactive video games were included in the school's curriculum, that the number of students with learning disabilities would be decreased significantly. Deborah Whalen, a senior editor for the School Library Journal, interviewed Sasha Barab, an associate professor of learning sciences at Indiana University, and she published an article titled "Let the Games Begin." In the interview, Barab said that when children are actively involved in playing a video game, they are able to see and do instead of just listening and reading as they accomplish harder and more difficult tasks. This is important because some kids have a hard time remembering information that they receive through traditional methods, whereas when they are playing a video game, they're personally invested in the information and what's happening around them. This makes them more motivated to retain the information that they are receiving. In 1994, Tom Klinsky, the president of Sega Corporation, in a talk titled "Technology: Post-Positive Impact on Kids," he put forth the point that when anybody plays an interactive video game, it can increase their critical thinking skills. And this is because these games were created by very intelligent people, and they were not meant to be completed easily. In order to complete all the puzzles, fix all the problems, and to find all the hidden clues takes critical thinking, deductive reasoning, and problem-solving skills. Each of these areas are the things that we want our children to have and learn in school. Klinsky said that video games are actually ideal from an educational standpoint because, and I quote, "the games promote curiosity, personalizes exploration, adjusts to an individual's pace, and rewards all levels of achievement, instills learning patterns, and fosters group participation," unquote. Because my presentation is about video games, I wanted to show you a video game that is currently being used as a teaching tool. This picture is a screenshot of a video game called Civilization 3. This game is played on a personal computer with the ultimate goal of becoming the dominant civilization. This game is full of choices. Not only is the user allowed to choose which civilization they will become, but whether to become a military, diplomatic, or a commerce-oriented society. This game is a great resource to any teacher desiring further discussion on any period of the Earth's history. In conclusion, the use of interactive video games has been shown to increase the opportunity that educators have of reaching students who have been labeled as failures in class and increase the critical thinking skills of many of them. This ability to reach more students has allowed educators and given educators more tools than traditional teaching methods. Therefore, with this understanding, the use of interactive video games as a teaching tool can be justified by the individual needs of the student. Are there any questions?
Have there been studies on the negative aspects of interactive video games?
Yes, there have, but these games and these studies have mostly been about first-person shooter games and also games for mature audiences. Kalinsky said that studies done by Dr. Ernest Loteka of Harvard and Dr. Jeffrey Goldstein of Temple University and the University of Utrecht have refuted many of the assertions made by these negative studies.
Where can I go to find interactive video games for my kids?
Any local store that carries video games may have a section on educational games. Also, you can go online and certain search engines like Google, Amazon.com. If you were to do a search on interactive video games for education, you would be astounded at the number of games available. Thank you.